Good morning, wherever you are. Listen to me and listen to me well, because today I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to wake you up, to shake your spirit, to remind you who you are and who you can be. See, life is not going to hand you a script where everything goes your way. Life is unpredictable. Life is hard. But here's the truth. You are harder to break. Every day you wake up, you got to speak life into yourself. You got to train your mind before the world trains it for you. And that starts with these 9 things you need to tell yourself every single day. The way you talk to yourself every day determines your confidence, actions, and success. Most people don't realize this, but your mind is listening to you all the time. Every thought you entertain, every word you speak about yourself, it all programs your subconscious. If you tell yourself you're not good enough, that's exactly what your mind will believe. If you constantly dwell on your weaknesses, your brain will amplify them. But when you shift that inner dialogue, when you start speaking words of strength, belief, and determination, you rewire your entire mindset, and that changes everything. Think about it. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the strongest leaders, they don't just stumble into greatness, they train for it. And part of that training isn't just physical or technical, it's mental. They wake up every morning and tell themselves, I am capable, I am focused. They don't wait for external validation. They don't let doubt linger. They program their minds for success before the day even begins. And that's exactly what you need to do. When you wake up, what's the first thing you say to yourself? Are you already doubting the day ahead? Are you already thinking about what could go wrong? If so, you're setting yourself up for struggle before you even step out of bed. But if you wake up and say, today is mine, I am ready, I have everything I need to succeed, you start the day with power. And that power carries into everything you do. Your words shape your confidence, and confidence shapes action. Imagine 2 people facing the same challenge. One says, I don't think I can do this. The other says, this is tough, but I'm ready. Who do you think has a better shot at succeeding? It's not about talent alone. It's not about luck. It's about mindset. And your mindset is built by the words you repeat to yourself every single day. Your self-talk also affects how you handle failure. Let's be real. Nobody wins all the time. Life will knock you down. You will make mistakes. You will fail. But how you talk to yourself in those moments will determine whether you rise or stay down. Some people take failure as proof that they're not good enough. Others take it as fuel. They say, all right, that didn't work. What can I learn? How can I get better? And because they see failure as a stepping stone, they keep moving forward while others quit. The way you talk to yourself also influences how you handle pressure and setbacks. Life will throw obstacles your way. That's a given. Some days will be harder than others. Some moments will shake your confidence. But when your mind is trained to respond with strength, you won't crumble under pressure. You'll rise above it. You'll remind yourself, I've been through tough times before. I know how to handle this. I will find a way. And that shift in mindset will push you through the most challenging situations. People often look at successful individuals and assume they never struggle with doubt or fear. But the truth is, they do. The difference? They don't let those negative thoughts take control. They override them with intentional self-talk. When doubt creeps in, they push back. When fear whispers that they're not enough, they shut it down with words of power and purpose. And that's something anyone can do, including you. The way you talk to yourself also affects your relationships and opportunities. If you believe in yourself, you walk differently, you speak differently, you carry yourself with confidence, and people notice that. Opportunities tend to find those who are ready for them, those who believe they are capable and worthy. On the other hand, if you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, people pick up on that energy too. You might start shrinking yourself, holding back, and missing out on chances that could change your life. Your words don't just shape your thoughts, they shape your actions, and actions shape results. If you keep telling yourself, I'm not good at this, you'll never put in the effort to improve. But if you tell yourself, I can figure this out, you'll push through, you'll practice, and you'll grow. Success isn't just about talent, it's about resilience. It's about training your mind to push forward even when things get tough. And here's the key, you have to be consistent. You can't just hype yourself up one day and go back to self-doubt the next. This has to be a daily practice, every morning, every challenge, every setback. You need to remind yourself who you are and what you're capable of. You need to drown out the negativity with words of strength. You need to choose belief over doubt every single time. Your mind is your most powerful tool, but it can also be your biggest enemy if you let it. The choice is yours. Will you let negative self-talk hold you back, or will you take control and start speaking life into yourself? Every day, you have the power to train your mindset for success. And when you do, nothing can stop you. So from this moment on, make a decision. Decide that you will speak to yourself with confidence, with belief, with purpose. Decide that you will train your mind to work for you, not against you, because once your mindset is right, everything else falls into place. Your attitude is the foundation of how you experience life. It's the lens through which you see every opportunity, every challenge, and every setback. The truth is, while you don't always have control over what happens to you, you always have control over how you respond. That response, that mindset determines everything. It shapes your actions, your emotions, and ultimately your success. People often underestimate the power of attitude, thinking it's just about being positive, but it's much more than that. It's about resilience, discipline, and perspective. It's about training your mind to see opportunities where others see obstacles. It's about deciding every single day that no matter what comes your way, you will not let it break you. Think about two people facing the same difficult situation. One reacts with frustration, anger, and hopelessness. The other responds with calmness, strategy, and determination. The situation is the same, but the outcome will be completely different because of their attitude. The first person lets their emotions take over, allowing negativity to cloud their judgment. The second person recognizes the difficulty, but chooses to focus on solutions instead of problems. That choice, because it is a choice, is what sets people apart. The way you handle adversity, stress, and setbacks is what determines your growth. Life is full of moments that will test your patience and character. Sometimes things will go wrong. You will face rejection. You will experience failure. You will deal with people who don't believe in you, who try to bring you down. But your attitude determines whether you let those moments define you or whether you rise above them. When you understand that you control your response, nothing has the power to break you. You might feel the pressure, but you won't let it consume you. You might stumble, but you won't stay down. That is the difference between those who let circumstances control them and those who take control of their lives. Many people go through life thinking that their happiness, their success, their peace of mind all depend on external factors. They believe that if circumstances were different, if they had more money, more time, more support, then they would be happier, more confident, more successful. But the truth is, happiness and success start from within. If you wait for the world to change before you change your mindset, you'll be waiting forever. The most successful people understand that mindset comes first and everything else follows. They don't wait for the perfect conditions. They don't blame the world when things don't go their way. Instead, they adjust, they adapt, and they push forward with the right attitude. Attitude is also about the way you interpret challenges. When something difficult happens, you can either see it as an unfair burden or as an opportunity to grow. The people who succeed in life are the ones who see problems as puzzles to be solved, not roadblocks stopping them from moving forward. They don't waste energy complaining about things they can't change. Instead, they focus on what they can control: their response, their mindset, their effort. It's easy to have a good attitude when things are going well, when life is smooth, when you're winning, when people are supporting you. It's natural to feel positive. But the true test of attitude is in the difficult moments. Can you still remain calm when things don't go as planned? Can you still believe in yourself when you face failure? Can you keep going even when everything seems to be against you? That's where true strength is found, not in the easy moments, but in the tough ones. Your attitude also affects the people around you. The energy you bring into a room, into your conversations, into your work, it all impacts others. A negative attitude drains people, repels opportunities, and creates unnecessary conflict. But a strong, confident, and determined attitude attracts success, builds strong relationships, and inspires those around you. People want to be around those who uplift them, who push through challenges, who don't let negativity dictate their lives. When you carry yourself with a mindset of strength and determination, you don't just improve your own life, you influence the lives of others. Attitude is also deeply connected to gratitude. When you focus on what you don't have, you develop a mindset of lack, frustration, and dissatisfaction. But when you focus on what you do have, even in the middle of challenges, you develop resilience. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring struggles. It means recognizing that even in difficulty, there is something to be thankful for. When you train yourself to see the good, even in hard times, you build an attitude that is unshakable. A strong attitude doesn't mean you won't ever feel doubt or frustration. It doesn't mean you won't have bad days, but it does mean that no matter how hard things get, you won't let negativity take control. You will acknowledge the challenge, you will feel the emotions, but then you will choose to move forward. That choice is what builds character. That choice is what separates those who merely exist from those who truly live. Every day, you have the power to decide what kind of attitude you bring into the world. You can let circumstances dictate your emotions, or you can take control and dictate your response. You can see problems as reasons to give up, or you can see them as stepping stones to growth. The choice is yours. And when you consistently choose the right attitude, you'll realize that no challenge is too big, no failure is permanent, and no obstacle is greater than the mindset of someone who refuses to quit. People often allow their past to dictate their worth. They look back at failures and let them become evidence that they are not good enough. They remember the times they were rejected, embarrassed, or hurt, and they convince themselves that they will never succeed. But if you always look at yourself through the lens of your past, you will never see the person you are capable of becoming. Growth means understanding that your past is just a chapter. It is not the whole book. No matter how many times you have fallen, you are still standing. No matter how many wrong turns you have taken, there is always a new path ahead. One of the most powerful things you can do is to forgive yourself. You are human. You are imperfect. You have made mistakes, and you will make more. But punishing yourself forever for something you cannot change is like carrying a heavy backpack full of stones everywhere you go. It slows you down. It exhausts you. It makes every step feel harder than it needs to be. If you want to move forward, you have to let go of the weight of guilt and shame. You have to remind yourself that growth is a process, not an instant transformation. The person you were in the past is not the person you have to be tomorrow. Every day is a new opportunity to choose better, to do better. Your past also includes the moments when life was unfair. Maybe you were hurt by people you trusted. Maybe you faced struggles that others never had to deal with. Maybe you had to fight harder than most just to survive. And that pain, it is real. But you cannot let it define you. You cannot let the worst things that happen to you become the most important things about you. The world is full of people who let their pain turn them into bitter, angry, broken versions of themselves. But there are also people who take that pain and turn it into strength, into wisdom, into purpose. The difference is not what happened to them, it is how they chose to respond. Think about the most successful, inspiring people in the world. Very few of them had perfect pasts. Many of them came from hardship, from failure, from loss. But they did not let those experiences stop them. Instead, they used them as fuel. They took the lessons from their struggles and turned them into stepping stones towards success. They refused to be defined by the pain they had endured, and because of that, they were able to write new stories for themselves. And so can you. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that because they have been one way for a long time, they cannot change. They say, "This is just who I am," as if they are trapped in a fixed identity. But that is a lie. You are not a finished product. You are a work in progress. Every habit you have, every belief you hold, every pattern you follow, it can all be changed if you are willing to put in the effort. Change is not easy, but neither is staying stuck in the past. If you want something different, you have to be willing to do something different. It is never too late to start again. It does not matter if you are 20, 40, or 70 years old. If you are still breathing, you still have time to change your story. Do not waste another moment being held back by something you cannot change. Focus on what you can change: your mindset, your choices, your future. You are stronger than your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not the pain you have experienced. You are the person who survived all of that, and if you can survive it, you can rise above it. Your past is not a prison. It is a lesson. It is a reminder of how far you have come, not a prediction of where you are going. The only thing that can hold you back is the belief that you are stuck. The moment you let go of that belief, the moment you decide that you are worthy of a fresh start, everything changes. You are not defined by what happened before. You are defined by what you do next. And what you do next is entirely up to you. Success is not something that happens by accident. It is not something that falls into your lap, nor is it something that only a select few are born to achieve. Success is the result of responsibility, action, and relentless effort. Too many people spend their lives waiting for the right opportunity, the perfect timing, or a lucky break. But success does not come to those who wait. It comes to those who take responsibility for their own lives and put in the work to create the future they want. Taking responsibility means understanding that you are in control of your own path. It means no more blaming circumstances, no more pointing fingers at other people, and no more making excuses for why things are not going your way. The moment you decide to own your actions, your mindset, and your results, you take back your power. You stop being a victim of life and start becoming the architect of it. It is easy to say, "I could be successful if only I had more money, more connections, more support." But the truth is, many people have started with less and still built incredible lives. The difference was not in their resources, it was in their mentality. They did not wait for conditions to be perfect. They started where they were with what they had, and they built from there. Success requires discipline. It requires doing the hard work, even when you do not feel like it. Anyone can put in effort when they are feeling motivated. Anyone can take action when it is easy. But real success comes from doing the work even when it is difficult, even when you are tired, even when no one is watching. It comes from the ability to push yourself beyond comfort and into the zone of growth. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who do not is not talent, It is not intelligence, it is consistency. The small actions you take every single day add up over time. A person who works on their craft, their skills, or their goals for an hour every day will be miles ahead of the person who only puts in effort when they fail like it. Taking action also means being willing to fail. Many people let the fear of failure stop them from even trying. They are so afraid of making mistakes, of looking foolish, of falling short, that they never take the first step. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of it. Every great success story is built on a foundation of lessons learned from failure. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is not that successful people never fail. They take the lesson, adjust their approach, and move forward. If you let failure stop you, you will never know what you are truly capable of. But if you see failure as feedback, as a necessary step toward growth, then nothing can keep you from success. Taking responsibility also means understanding that no one else is going to do the work for you. No one is going to wake you up early in the morning and push you toward your dreams. No one is going to care about your success as much as you do. You have to be your own motivation, your own discipline, your own driving force. It is easy to wish for support, for someone to push you when you feel like quitting, but the reality is, the most successful people in the world learned to push themselves. They built the discipline to work when no one else was watching. They did not wait for external motivation. They created it from within. The people who take massive action in their lives are the ones who see results. Not the ones who think about it, not the ones who talk about it, but the ones who do something about it. If you have a dream, you have to work for it. If you want success, you have to earn it. It does not matter how small you start. What matters is that you start. And once you start, you keep going. When obstacles appear, you do not stop. When challenges arise, you do not quit. You adapt, you learn, and you keep moving forward. There will always be reasons to put things off. There will always be distractions, difficulties, and doubts. But the people who succeed are the ones who push through those excuses. They do not wait for the right moment. They make the moment right. They do not let fear hold them back. They take action in spite of fear. And because they take responsibility for their success, they achieve things that others only dream about. By something caught her eye. It wasn't so much its color or shape, but the way it was moving.